Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Skulk, continuing the story of Winds of Change. We were in the market. No, we were in the pub, and we were just on our way to talk to the big guy himself, I think. Clicked on everything. Big map. We're going to the castle. Alright. Hey, big guy, we would like to talk to you. Yeah, let's go. Oh, there's more locations. Okay. Castle front, ballroom, private room, throne room. So many rooms. See, that's not a castle room. Ooh! We enter the castle gates, and to my surprise, I see trees like back at home. There's grass too, almost as green as the grass back in Valenorth. I have no idea how Draco got this here, but it sure wasn't cheap.
Wow, this is incredible! I know you said he was rich, but this is crazy. I've never seen such a fancy place. Not in my entire life.
Dominic steps forward, clearly amazed as well.
So this is where Draco lives. It seems a bit excessive, don't you think? I prefer our tunnels, a lot more secretive.
Alarinthia is all about showcasing your power. Most rulers add a wing or two to the castle during their reign. It's only going to get bigger and bigger with each passing year.
I'm gonna add a wing here. Okay, this is my room. Because every other room had someone else. This is my room. No one else takes over. Now, this is my room. I need 2 rooms. One for me, and one for me in the afternoon.
Unless, of course, Vivian takes over. He's not fixated on that kind of stuff.
I can't imagine it getting much bigger, to be honest. What does one ruler need to do with all that space?
Just size matters, I guess.
Well, he has a large army as well. Larger than Vivian's. But don't let that sway us. I think you've seen enough to know that this place needs changing.
Right, of course. So what, do we just march right in? I don't see any guards or security.
I look around, and he's right. I just see lots of partygoers. They're all sipping some sort of alcohol, and they look at peace. I suppose this is one way to stop the people from fighting back. I noticed a large man exit the... Noticed a large man exit the castle gates, and slowly approach us. He's not carrying any weapons, so I doubt he's some sort of security. He looks intimidating, of course, but that's about it. Is this Westy?
I'll take care of this, just like before. We can't risk slipping up in this castle. One misstep, and everyone will be after us.
You got it. We all step back, trusting Ulrich's word. Just had an as sword. Why does sword have a W? He takes a few steps forward, meeting the mysterious man's. Why did I say it like that? It's not mystery manst. It's mystery man. Mysterious man. Guys, dang it. Something tells me that this is Draco's guard. I just know it. And find out it's not, and my assumption's going.
Westy, I presume. That's an interesting name, you know?
It's a nickname for your information. And you must be Ulrich. You sure stand out.
Hey, you have a nice smile here. It's really big.
Yes. We come in peace, don't worry. We are here for the ball, and Draco. Is it possible to request an audience?
He's a busy man, you know.
So am I, so don't waste our time. Can we have an audience or not?
Westy sighs and crosses his arms.
Fine. I'll let you in to see him. He's been expecting you, you know. We've been keeping watch since the docks.
Oh, Well, how did he do there?
Just like Vivian's man.
Yeah, but we let him get to you first. It's not often an army comes here from the mainland. We wanted to hear his offer, so we could top it.
Oh. I don't know.
And top it. Dracu wants our army as well? We're starting to become popular around here.
Don't let that get to your head, Ulrich. You're just as disposable to him as Vivian. You just happen to be both disposable and strong.
You might want to work on your public relations skills.
Look at this ball and then say that to me again. That's right, you can't. Now let's get going. I'll be inside the gates when you're ready.
I'll take that back. Your smile starts to look a little more ugly. He walks away, leaving Ulrich to turn back to us. So it seems like everybody has a use for us in this place. Vivian was probably right. Draco would use us to fight him.
Well, that makes things easier, doesn't it? This is going to go exactly like we expected. Let's just help Vivian and get this over with. Dracu has a bigger army, but Vivian has a brighter future. And that's what we were fighting for, remember? A better future. It might be a bit harder to win, but we can still do it.
Exactly. That's why I chose Alex. The pirate that we have that's helping us. He's so dang nice and just he's awesome. But the other person, she was all about, okay, listen to my rules. I'm going to be the leader, and I'm going to take over this entire place because I have power. Those that do this a story just out of curiosity of making a full corrupt world would choose them just to see how bad they could make the world crumble in an alternate way. Seriously. Some of these options of saying, do you want to do the better future with small army, having a chance of winning? Or would you like to have a big army, which ensures more winning, but you're going to have a bad future afterwards? It's pretty obvious. Now, the thing about the necromancy and the loss of mind, it could have been obvious, but my mind apparently didn't see the obviousness, so I became a necromancer, and now I just feel bad. So yeah. Everybody nods, agreeing as this anonymously. Agreeing on this anonymously. It makes sense, since they didn't want to fight Ulrich. But ultimately, the final decision would be up to me.
This seems to be going pretty well. I hope we're not walking into a trap.
Oh, don't worry. Ow!
Dracu wouldn't try anything during his ball. This is about making the people happy, not scared. Let's hear him out, and get this over with for good.
Sure, sounds good to me. On your mark, Monarch.
On your monarch, get set, go. They all spread out and start looking around the area. Dominic was right. Everything seems to be going so well. We deserve it. After that, after what we went through, that's what I think. It's crazy to think that within a few days we'd be attacking Malteus. We couldn't waste any time. We'd go right after securing this alliance. But I think back to the moment on the ship where I touched the blade. I wanted it to show me our victory, and it showed me nothing. Pushing forward in spirit of all that, that was the definition of hope. If there was anything that could help us win this war, it was that hope.
What's this place for?
Security normally, but there isn't any during the ball. Anybody is just free to walk inside.
Oh, okay. Is security normally heavy?
Yeah, they need to fend off assassins. As a ruler here, you're constantly a target. I can't imagine living in that constant fear.
Wait, what happens if a leader is assassinated? Does the killer become the new ruler of Alarenthia?
No, the killer is usually given the death penalty. And then an open tournament is held to find the strongest man. It's considered cowardly to kill someone when they aren't prepared.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. I was kind of wondering. I mean, Vivian could just easily assassinate Draku, right? But now it makes sense why they didn't go that route.
Yeah, it would change nothing. Vivian would still need to fight. He'd stand no chance in an open tournament like that. A Colosseum battle is the only way for him to do this.
Would people respect the change if Vivian won? Or would they want to fight him in the Colosseum too?
And they'd probably want to fight him for a while. But a ruler can always turn down a challenge. Usually they're arrogant, so they don't do that. And it's not a change they need to respect. No matter what, Vivian is still in charge. He'd likely merge with the new monarchy. And at that point, there's nothing they can do. History's already made, treaty's already signed. That is, if the monarch decides to side with Vivian.
Oh, don't worry. I think I will.
It seems like an easy choice, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Wait, what? You don't believe me? This bush is different. It had cut off, so it's not like a big old oval or square shape that's making it so it clicks back over there like it did last time. How do they get these trees to live in this weather? They look like trees back in the mainland. They don't belong here. It must require a tremendous amount of care to ensure that they stay alive. If anything, it serves to make me feel less homesick. A part of the mainland is right here with me and my comrades. That puts me at ease, so I choose not to question this further. Is this a giant circle? Oh, is it cut off? Or not? Okay. The gates don't seem to lead directly to the castle. There still seems to be a long way to walk once you enter them. I can see the entrance to the actual castle far down the paved road. It almost seems like an experience to approach the castle. It's a little gaudy, but I guess we just have to have different tastes. I wonder why there are some people partying out here. Are they full or something? Or maybe they just wanted to get away from the noise. Either way, this indicated there was a ton of people at the ball. Now, is this different because it cuts off right there and then boom, a new bubble? Yes, it was. The castle is massive. I've never seen anything like it. I wonder if the Triumvirate's castle will be anything like this. Oh yeah, completely bigger and with its own design. You know, every ruler needs their own design to make it stand out. It's crazy to think that each ruler adds more and more onto around it. That gives it something like a patchwork look. Every ruler had a different taste and design, after all. I can't even imagine the story behind this castle.
Now that's something I'd like to climb. Ulrich, what do you think about that?
I'd rather you didn't. They might think you're breaking in. Or even worse, coming to kill Draku.
Oh, maybe I'll ask him first then. Do you think he'd give me permission?
I don't think he's the giving type, Fortin. He'd probably just laugh you away and call you a fool.
Wait, really? Then what about this ball? Isn't he just giving all this stuff away?
Well, yeah, but not for free. It's to win the people over, gain their allegiance. He's not doing it to be generous. He has a motive.
True. I'll still give it a shot, though. The worst he can do is say no.
Trust me, he can do far worse than that. Don't ask unless you're ready to handle it.
Yeah, don't do that. Oh, throne. Oh, we're going in, up, then going around the ballroom, and then we're going to private room. I got it. Okay, I was wondering why is this and then that's not that. Okay, got it. The throne room is crowded and full of people partying. Normally, I imagine this would be reserved for Draku alone. But right now, open to everybody. It's almost like a big ballroom. Yeah. A man sits on the throne, watching the people if it entertains him. That must be Draku. I scanned the room, and I noticed Vivian in a corner. Since no one knows what he looks like, he must blend in perfectly. He must have snuck ahead of us while we were talking back at the gates. I guess all the pieces were in place. This ball was about to get interesting. Interesting. I wonder how many people were here on part of Vivian's instruction. Westy stands beside Draku, and I see them whisper one to another. A few moments later, Draku stands up, eyeing down me and my comrades. I didn't notice how tall and impressive he was. Impressive? Sorry, take that word back. Imposing he was until he stood up. Almost a match of Ulrich.
Silence.
His deep voice echoes through this entire throne room, and everybody stops talking. They turn to him as if out of fear, and await his next words. But I know what they'll be. He knows who we are, and with Vivian here, it's likely that he's ready to make a move.
We have those who would disturb the peace among us. Guards, lock the doors. We have some business to take care of.
I don't like you already. He clasps his hands once, in a commanding gesture. Soon after, a group of people close the throne room doors. They carry no weapons, and are disguised as partygoers.
Now, how should we deal with those who disturb the peace? Watching them starve in the cells doesn't do much for me anymore.
The crowd starts shouting out a bunch of potential punishments. Tickle their toes! Tug on their ear! Yank their hair! Give them a wet willy! Draku laughs, clearly enjoying all the horrible ideas thrown his way. Those were horrible.
I say we hear them out, and treat them in kind. So tell us, why did you come here today?
I take a step forward in response. But then Draku looks the other way. Fixing his view on the corner of the room, I realize he wasn't talking to me.
Vivian.
Everybody looks towards the corner, and Vivian scoffs. Moving forward, he stands in the center of the room.
Draku.
You come here on my day of celebration to challenge me. It is an insult to both me and all of these proud Alarinthians. Looking deep into our core, you say we're not good enough. We honor the traditions of the ancients, as we should. Without them, we wouldn't be here today. You want to tear us apart. You want to create a nation that's weak, just like the mainland.
No, you've got it all wrong. Lack of strength is not a weakness. The unity of the mainland, their shared ideals, that's true strength. You stand here, alone, victim to your incessant squabbling.
Vivian takes a few steps towards the throne, with intense passion. I can tell that this is something he'd really fight for his life.
We yield to no one while they are docile slaves of the Triumvirate. They crush the mainlanders under their heel, who ask no questions at all. Alarinthia is a free land. We make our own choices, and we hold the power.
Pro pushes me aside and steps forward, standing beside Vivian. Ulrich reaches out to stop him, but he's not quick enough.
Then help us gain our freedom.
All eyes are diverted our way, and even Vivian seems surprised.
We've come here seeking an alliance. We're not all mindless slaves, you know?
An alliance? And what can you offer me? You look as if I could crush you with one hand.
I'm stronger than you think. We all are. We grew up alone on the streets of Mazeo. If we weren't strong, we'd be long dead by now.
You? On the streets of Mazeo? My apologies. That is quite respectable. You must be part of the Monarch's crew.
Yes, and we've come to seek your aid. You keep talking about how strong you are, and help us take down those who claim godhood.
Everyone watches in awe, as this turns into a standoff.
And what do I get in return?
Pro steps forward, confidence radiating from the way he moves.
I will be your champion. and offer some of our forces. Together we can crush Vivian's pathetic insurrection. Allow us this chance to prove our strength as worthy allies.
Knew something was gonna happen, but he offered himself. I thought he was just gonna grab one of us and go, okay, if you want me, you're gonna fight this guy. He's one of you guys, right? So you care about him, right? So if you really want me to help you, let's see if you have the right. And then, yeah, but Pro just walked up and go, okay, I'm just gonna be your champion, and now we're gonna either lose Ulrich or Pro, whoever we side with, and in this sake, we might be losing Pro, depending on if my decisions make us win. He kneels down, offering his loyalty to Draco. Not a good idea, man. What was he doing? He's playing right into Draco's hand. Wesley told us that Draco needed our army. He's only playing dumb. Draco steps down the stairs, leading to his throne. He strays far from Vivian and Pro, but they're now level.
What an unconventional turn of events. Vivian, you were seeking a challenge, yes?
Yes, at the break of dawn. I will allow you your final night of revelry.
And who will fight as your champion?
Ulrich.
He motions back towards Ulrich, who steps forward. Standing beside Vivian, his loyalty and stance is clear.
I see.
Draco eyes Pro up and down.
And what do they call you?
They call me Pro, Your Excellence. It would be my honor to fight with you in the Colosseum. I offer my life and the life of our forces to your cause.
That's a face I've never seen you have. But maybe I did, but then I forgot. No, Pro, come back! I step forward, ready to object to these events, but Draco speaks first.
I accept your offer, Pro. Vivian isn't worth using my own men. But you lack the authority to make this pledge.
He looks straight at me, eyeing the blade on my back.
That decision lies with the Monarch. Help me defeat Vivian, and I will offer you my might. Go against me, and I cannot guarantee your survival.
Well, you see, you're pompous, so no. This is all happening so fast, but I know that that's Draco's plan. He wants us to fight his battle for him. I don't even know if he's trustworthy. The Pro, in his haste, put me on the utmost impossible position to manage. If I sided with Vivian and Ulrich, we'd have to fight Pro and Draco. Pro and Draco. Draco would have to for our forces as backup, while Vivian would have his. This was a fight to the death, as major losses seem unavoidable. Why does Draco have an army that he doesn't want to lose? True, that's honorable and in a way, but using others, why would you have your own army if you're using others? And why would we agree to being his army? I don't understand. So not picking a side would only harm our cause in the long run. Oh, I thought it was me. This battle would likely happen regardless of my support, so not picking a side would only harm our cause in the long run. But choosing Pro over Ulrich, or vice versa, would hurt our bond. I closed my eyes and clenched my fists together. I needed to stop thinking about it so personally. People would die either way. This is war. It's unavoidable. So the real question is, what kind of future do I want for Elrenthia? Do I want Draco to remain in power and for things to remain unchanged? Or do I want Vivian to overthrow the nation and ally Alarenthia with the mainland? No, I need to detach myself even further. No Pro, no Ulrich, no Dracu, no Vivian. Just Alarenthia. That's all.
Monarch, what is your decree? Fight with me and prove yourself worthy of my help, or fight with Vivian against thousands of years of tradition?
Yeah, I kinda want to. Consulted Pfizer.
Well, our main goal is changing the world, right? We want a better future for everybody, not just us. It stands to reason that we should change Alarinthia. But Vivian can't offer as much power as Dracu can, and for that matter, I don't want Pro or Ulrich to die. This is all so complicated, I'm not sure what to do. Our final attack will be harder if we use Vivian's forces. That is, if Vivian and Ulrich can take down Dracu. He's never lost the Colosseum battle, remember? I guess it depends on what we want. An easier time during our assault on Balteus, or a changed Alarinthia at our forces' expense. There's no wrong choice here, Monarch. Take your time, and do what your heart tells you. Our end goal and our purpose will remain the same.
Change its ways. I take a deep breath before announcing my choice. We would help Vivian in exchange for the forces he could offer. We would defeat Dracu and give this nation a new and bright future. But that meant we'd be fighting against Pro in the Colosseum. He so foolishly pledged to support. I had no idea how to react. I never expected insubordination and borderline betrayal from this.
Our lives were on the line. I had to make the right choice. I'd rather live with Dracu than sacrifice myself for Vivian. Ulrich has the wrong idea. What he's doing is suicide.
Everybody starts to part ways, but the doors remain locked. People try to open them, but Dracu quickly makes them stop.
None of you shall leave. I wouldn't want you running away.
He claps his hands, and a bunch of servants approach him.
Private quarters will be arranged for those involved in the fight. Tomorrow morning, you will all be escorted to the Colosseum. For tonight, enjoy the ball. I think you'll find it quite exquisite.
No. Troop morale has what? Has risen? Dropped? Corruption? No. I don't know if that raised or dropped. It might have dropped. After that, everybody goes back to enjoying the festivities, as best they can. Regardless of our allegiance, we all gather up in the center of the room. I never expected that this chain of events would go so complicated. And Dracu handled it in such a calm manner, too. It's almost as if he was confident in his ability to win. Uncertainty, confusion, and fright soon fill my mind. He played us. He provoked Pro into pledging his loyalty. At that point, it was already too late. Pro made up his mind. Unknowingly, we all became pawns in a fight for Alrenthia's future. I should probably roam around the ball until it's time to rest. I could feel out the situation and get feedback from my comrades. That would be key to helping me sort out this ongoing mess in my mind. That is a lie of Talkertus. And that is where we're going to leave off. Saving over this one. And yeah. That turned out really... Guys? If you take a gander at the corruption and purity, I thought the purity would go up. No, it did not. The purity did not move at all. It stayed put right where it was last time. And we got corruption. Corruption! We got corruption. For wanting change. How? I'm wondering if corruption actually is corruption. Because having Draco still in power, he's a pompous jerk. Where Vivian wants change, and change is not bad. Is that what it means? Purity is not just good? Is purity stand for good, or does it stand for what things once were? I think that's why. When I was that might be it. That might be it. Purity is leaving the way things are, living the way the world is currently, and then corruption is anything that's different from what it originally was. Because if you have a pure gem, but then you start chipping at it, it's not pure anymore, is it? Or if you have, it's changed, but doesn't mean it's bad. I think that's the mindset that it's probably going for. Corruption is not actually bad. I don't think. It sounds bad, but it just means change. It's different. Because we got purity when we were with Alex, which sounded good. But if we went with the other lady, the other pirate, it probably would have been bad because she wanted command and all that selfish stuff. So I'm thinking corruption is that feature. It's change or difference. Purity is what it is and remaining the same. So, with that being so, thank you guys for stopping by. And until I see you guys again, have a great day, everyone.